Today on DC News Now, a warm-up in store for a rare partial solar eclipse. Meteorologist Damon Matson is tracking the skies hour by hour. Plus, before you grab your glasses, we're going over eclipse essentials. Everything from safety tips to crucial information before you head out to your viewing spots.
Firefighters responding to flames shooting out of the second floor of this home behind me, sending a family to the hospital. The latest on their conditions.
For stretching your dollar, the latest price check for 10 grocery essentials and supermarkets in the DMV.
She truly loved kids.
And meet the longtime teacher getting back to the school she spent decades serving.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. The countdown is on for this afternoon's solar eclipse, and meteorologist Damon Matson joined us now with the latest check on the forecast. And Damon, I have to.
Hey.
I have to put these on, bro.
I got them too. Let's go.
Yeah,
Oh, I cannot see anything.
It's just amazing. I can't see anything either. Maybe that's the purpose of it, right?
Right. These are going to be working well for anybody that's out there. We're ready. We're ready for this eclipse, and I can't even see the camera. There we go. It's all at the same time. How about that? Well, yeah, folks, that's all everybody's talking about, the eclipse. It's coming here in a couple of hours, and everybody's going to be getting ready for this to arrive. And hopefully we don't have any clouds to interrupt everything that's going on. There's the path. Everywhere you see those darker shades of color right there, that is where you get totality. The sun getting completely blocked out by this eclipse. This path takes it straight across Texas, Arkansas, and just off to our west here in the DMV. If we zoom down just a little bit closer, we're not in the path of totality, but we are going to see a good amount of that sun blocked out. We're right in that 80 to 90% range. So this is going to be a very unique event, even though we're not going to see that total sun blockage. Now, as we move forward into the next couple of hours, this eclipse starts here very, very soon. We have been battling a few clouds across parts of the area. Now, that has cleared out here in the DC metro, but a few clouds are still lingering back to the west of I-81 in the mountains. And the more west you go, the more clouds you are likely to contend with as the eclipse starts to happen, and we'll see the peak of our partial solar eclipse around 3 o'clock. So the more east you go, DC, I-95, things are looking fantastic with temperatures bumping up towards 70. You'll find a few more clouds back toward the Allegheny Front and the Shenandoah Valley that you'll have to watch out for. Now, these warm temperatures, even beyond today, are they going to last after the eclipse is over and we head into the rest of the week? We'll have a full look at that forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Well, in a few hours, people around the DMV are going to step outside for a rare solar eclipse. And DC News Now's Yamari Sasay is on the National Mall, where a solar eclipse festival will be held today. And Yamari, what's it like out there?
Well, good morning, well, afternoon at this point. Well, just take a look at how long this line is, wrapping around the entire National Mall. And guess what? Everyone is lined up to grab their solar eclipse glasses. Just take a look at that. Now, this is long awaited. The anticipation is up. We haven't seen a solar eclipse since 2017. That's a very long time. So everyone is up and ready. But with all of that excitement also means you need to take some precautions. So let me tell you how important this is. Now, we are expected to see the solar eclipse around 2 p.m. It reaches its peak around 3 p.m. and then it should be coming to an end around 4:30 p.m. But what exactly is it? Well, it's when the moon is passing between the sun and the earth, which casts a shadow here on earth and blocks the sunlight in some areas. Now, this is an exciting experience, but it's also dangerous to the human eye. So how do you protect yourself? Well, do not look at the eclipse without wearing the proper eyewear. There are specific glasses you should wear that have a solar filter. And if you are driving, keep your eyes on the road, and you should anticipate some reduced visibility. Now, if you are driving, make sure that you're not actually wearing your solar eclipse glasses while you're driving.
Regular sunglasses just block out, a little bit of ultra V radiation, the radiation from the sun. The solar eclipse glasses, they are darker. They're like 100,000 times more dark. They block out visible infrared as well as ultra solar radiation from your eyes.
All right, so you can see everyone is lined up. Everyone, are you guys excited for the solar eclipse? Woo! Yeah, so you already know the adrenaline is up and pumping, and we are ready, and everyone's in line to grab their protective gear. I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready too. Bye, guys.
Yeah, Marie, thank you. Obviously, she's fired up and ready to go. And DC News Now's anchor Annalisa Gale sat down with a college professor that will guide high school and college students through the experience.
So we'll have around 87–88% obstruction around 3:20 p.m.
Hailu has been explaining to his 7-year-old son how the partial solar eclipse will work as they both prepare for the rare event that will educate the young and old.
The thing I used for him to show is, so I had a lamp, all right, and then I put 2 balls. He had a basketball and a soccer ball on each sides, and then what I do is, okay, now pretend the soccer ball is just the moon. It comes in between the basketball and the lamp, which is a sun.
He hopes that the university's watch party will also serve as a magnet for high school students interested in learning more about science, technology, engineering, and math.
And we are bringing also NASA engineers.
Free glasses will be provided to all who attend, one of the things recommended for eye protection during a partial solar eclipse. Another safety reminder is for drivers.
In terms of accidents, I would say we should be cautious, even not drive at the time, because for about 4 minutes it's going to get darker, and add that to the weather, it may be a little bit dimmer.
Hailu says it will be decades before more than 80% of the sun will be obstructed in Maryland again. His advice is to take the time to experience it.
This is going to happen in 2079, if you want to see the same event.
Annalisa Gale, DC News Now.
All right, Annalisa, thank you. And don't forget to check out DC News Now's hour-long special on the partial eclipse hitting the DMV. It begins at 2:30 with Chris Flanagan and Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb live on the National Mall. Don't miss it. Well, developing now in Bowie, firefighters are investigating a fire that left a family without a home. The fire sent a woman and 2 children to the hospital, and DC News Now's Liberty Zabala has more.
Such a scary situation for this family. You can see the damage here left behind. Firefighters found flames shooting out of the 2nd floor bedroom window you see right there and through the roof. Here's what we know so far. Prince George's County Fire EMS Department responded to the scene just after 1 this morning. The fire broke out at this home in the 16,200 block of Penn Manor Lane, just off Central Avenue. Firefighters found flames engulfing the 2nd floor of this 2-story single-family home. Crews rushed 1 adult and 2 children to the hospital. Firefighters say a mother and her 10-year-old son suffered burn injuries. The son suffered critical injuries, but 1 other child was not harmed. Both the mother and 10-year-old are recovering at the hospital.
It was scary, because it could happen to me, it could happen to you guys, You just don't know. God is good. They're alive. They can replace the house, but you can never replace a life.
And firefighters are still investigating what exactly caused this fire. For now in Bowie, Liberty Zabala, DC News Now.
Liberty, thank you. Today, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin is running into the deadline to sign, amend, or veto several key pieces of legislation passed by the General Assembly. And those bills include ones that would legalize and tax popular skill games. Both passed the General Assembly with bipartisan support. The governor has also promised to amend the state's budget, which he has called backwards, and that's setting up a potential battle with Democrats, which could last several weeks or months.
The governor doesn't have a real strong incentive to play nice now, right now, but I think if this does extend past the veto session, past April, I think there'll be some pressure on both the governor and the Democrats in the legislature to, okay, fine, you disagree, you fought over some issues, including the arena. Now it's time to put those differences aside and let's get a budget passed.
Governor Youngkin has until midnight to sign the bills. The General Assembly will reconvene on April 17th to consider the governor's amendments. Well, the bill legalizing skill games at convenience stores and gas stations would set a tax rate on the machines and limit the number of machines allowed at certain locations. The bill concerning vape products would pull certain items from stores and require manufacturers to submit a form for their products. And it would also have the Attorney General create a directory of which products have been certified with the state and which haven't. Again, the governor has until midnight to sign these bills. Well, families trying to cut costs to take advantage of current grocery savings. DC News Now's weekend anchor Ben Dennis is stretching your dollar with a price check on essentials before you check out.
Deals? Well, they're in the details. That's why we keep tracking the prices for 10 grocery essentials at 3 very popular supermarkets right here at home in the DMV. Among the key findings this week, check them out.
From what's on the shelf to behind the freezer door, prices are fluctuating across major grocery stores. The USDA said grocery prices rose 5% last year when meats, dairy, fats, and oils got more costly. Meantime, they say food prices have gone up 25% over the past 4 years. In the DMV, Walmart, Giant, and Safeway are no exception. In the past week, an avocado at Safeway went from $2 to $1. They got 20 cents cheaper at Walmart, but 34 cents more expensive at Giant. Chicken breasts crept up at Giant. Consider the value packs at all stores for savings per pound. 12 count of brown eggs, up 48 cents at Walmart. Left largely unchanged, a loaf of wheat bread, 2% gallon of milk, russet potatoes, and a 12-ounce bag of broccoli. But here's where it's cheapest. Evidence that price checking will help you pocket earnings on payday rather than going toward your plate. Go a step further with digital coupons and store loyalty programs, granting cash back and discounts at the register. Reporting for DC News Now, I'm Ben Dennis.